becoming a child of a beta mother. From the moment when the first neuron starts firing in the developing embryo, sometime after the conception, we may assume that it dwells in and grows out of the delta state. As the limbs are refining into perfection with fingers and toes, so does the experience of movability, and hence some theta activity. Throughout the 9 months of pregnancy, this all develops steadily. With the birth, this changes dramatically. Even with a perfect birth, the tiny body is squeezed in a way that nobody would survive later in life. For the child to be born, the mother has to push it out by sheer muscle power. There is no way that the child just slips out or leaves the womb simply because it wants to, or even from gravity alone. Much more so with modern women, who are, through their beta state, tend to contract and restrain rather than to open and support. As the head has a bigger circumference than has the torso, one might tend to believe that the former would be worse to push out. Luckily, it turns out that the head is very soft. The skull is not the solid armor it becomes later in life. The bones are mere spongy bits of cartilage, gently touching each other at their fringes where they later fuse. On its way through the birth canal, it rather behaves like a heavy-duty rubber balloon filled with water than the stiff skull we usually imagine. In this process, the internal pressure may rise to the point where blood vessels around the eyes burst. The face may become injured and some nerves squeezed. They will eventually repair themselves rather quickly in most cases. Actually, most injuries occur during attempts to draw, pull, and suck the child out. Again, the strain on the head from a natural birth is limited, and injuries heal up quickly. This is different with the body, because the head usually gets out first and the neck is so much smaller than the body. Oftentimes infants are born with heavy lacerations, bruises, or even broken bones, most of them imposed by doctors and midwives. Broken bones are of very little concern in a long-term perspective, as the young body heals phenomenally quickly. Worse it is with the thorn nerves that can leave a limb lame for the rest of the life. Suffice to say that to be born is serious stuff. The pains originating in all this squeezing, twisting, and crushing is immense. Thus, even in the best cases, the infant tends to black out. The nervous system technically shuts down for a moment before it starts over and levels into delta again.